Have you ever seen a beetle with jaws like these? With their massive pincers, stag beetles can certainly be a creature to behold. But how dangerous are they really? Today, we're gonna get up close and personal with the giant stag beetle and find out if they're dangerous to people.
My name is Spencer and welcome to Can I Catch It? Today, we're in another section of the woods looking in some older growth because today, we're after a stag beetle.
When you're hunting for giant beetles, your search is gonna take you deep into the forest. They make their homes in rotting wood and occasionally can be found climbing up hardwood trees like oaks and maples. If I'm gonna find out how dangerous this beetle is to humans, I'm gonna have to chance an encounter with this incredibly elusive animal. So I'm heading out into the woods to see what I can find.
Truth be told, I'm not sure the best time to find these beetles. I'm out here in the early afternoon, it's nice and warm out. I know these animals like the heat. They like a nice hot microcosm where they live. And today is warm and humid, not obscenely hot, very humid. So I'm thinking, this is as good a time as any to look for these beetles.
While it's not endangered, the stag beetle is actually an incredibly rare sight. So finding our target insect is going to take a lot of sheer luck and perseverance. While we're out here in the woods, we may find a plethora of other weird creatures, so I'm keeping my eye out to see what I can find. And sure enough, hanging out on a loose branch was our first bizarre find. This is what is known as an antlion. You might be familiar with their crazy looking larvae, which dig these pits in the ground like the Sarlacc from Star Wars to catch ants as they walk around. Antlions are some of the most bizarre flying insects we get here in North Carolina, looking something like a cross between a damselfly and a moth, and their slow, cryptic movements make them all the more mysterious. They may have a simple, slow, erratic flight pattern, but they're actually incredibly hard to catch. So I'm doing the best I can to get close-ups of this creature while it's chilling on the branch. This antlion's pretty neat, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. So let's keep heading deeper into the woods and see if we can get our giant beetle.
So far, search has not been very productive. We're looking on all these trees, but all I'm really finding is moss and ants. So, we still got a few more trees to look through, so there might be some beetles out today. We're gonna find out.
Welcome to the old growth part of my backyard. We're not actually far from the house, but this particular section of my yard is shaded by the gnarled branches of massive trees and almost never gets direct sunlight. Rich greens and the songs of birds are the sights and sounds that are most characteristic of this area. But it is here that we have the best shot of finding our giant stag beetle.
I don't see much of nothing on this tree, but there's a lot more where this came from, so we're gonna keep looking. Is that a beetle? Is that a beetle? It's a stag. Have a look at this. There is a stag beetle on this tree right next to me. And this isn't just any stag beetle. This is the iconic giant stag beetle. Oh, I cannot believe my luck today. These guys are actually really rare. They're not like endangered or anything, but they are a really uncommon find. Look at the size of that guy compared to my hand. He is a pretty decent sized beetle. There seem to be some ants crawling in the moss on this tree. They're kind of ticking him off, but look at that. That's a pretty big beetle. I'll try and grab him real quick. Oh, he doesn't like that. Here, buddy, you're okay. Oh, his feet are so grippy. Now this is the giant stag beetle. This is actually a fairly small giant stag beetle. And for some reason here in central North Carolina, our giant millipedes and our giant stag beetles are significantly smaller than what they usually get to in other parts of the country. But you can actually tell this is a giant stag beetle simply because of the shape of its jaws. And I want to try a little bite test to see if these guys are dangerous to people. And I want to show you, I can stick my finger right in his mouth. He can give a little bit of a pinch, but it really doesn't feel like much. It just feels like, I guess if you took like plastic tweezers and kind of just squeezed your skin with it a little bit. These big old jaws are not used so much for biting as they are for jousting when the males fight over females. And this guy looks really, really menacing, but these guys are actually pretty much harmless to humans.
The stag beetle is an absolutely amazing insect. When left alone, it'll continue to perch there on the tree, exposing its giant antlers, brandishing its evolutionary weapons for all to see. This is not an encounter that I will soon forget, and I hope you learned something new about the stag beetle. For more awesome insect videos just like this one, check out the link on your screen. I hope to see you there, but until next time, don't forget to get outside and find your own adventure.